Hello and welcome to my brand new YouTube station. I will be explaining a little bit right now as to what I do. My goal is to help others see the beauty of being on the planet. I do it through what I call spiritual art drawings. I sit in meditation. I ask to be shown images, symbols, that kind of stuff. That tend to build or expand. Sometimes Spirit shows me a little section first so that I don't get overwhelmed. Some of the images they show me can be very intricate and detailed, and despite having gone to art school and getting an art degree, sometimes they're beyond my skill set. So I ask to see things in small sections, and I try to interpret the images that I'm receiving from Spirit. And I sit in intention, in meditation, either for a person this time, or these videos will be for a general read for the different astrological signs. I really don't know much about that topic at all, other than we each have a sign, you know, and we kind of fit in it, and it describes our personalities and stuff according to things. But that's not what these videos are for. Anyway, each picture is very different. These are just two examples that I have here today. This one I actually, majority of the time I'm drawing in colored pencils, and these, for instance, are watercolor pencils. This one I did not paint, and this one I did go in and add the water and make it more of a paint substance. So stay tuned for your section. This is just an intro into same intro for each of the different astrological signs. They may not always fit with you, but that is my intention, that you are able to pull a saying or a sentence or something from it as a lesson for you, or a healing or help or something. Okay, thank you. Hello, Gemini. This is for September 2020. This is just a time reference. It doesn't mean that things are necessarily happening or going to happen in September, but this is just a mark in time as we know it, kind of linear time. So it may be talking about things from your past, and maybe talking about things that are coming up. So when I was drawing this, so only just a few drawings that I was doing, did I get anything off of it right away. Usually I just kind of draw. It's about an hour to do this. I know it seems pretty simplistic and clear, but it takes an hour or so to sit and meditate and draw. But I got this line here is just very definitive. It represents your path here, which is divine. I don't want to say regal, but that's just kind of, it's just exactly how it should be, exactly how it's supposed to be, in perfect arrangement. There aren't any accidents. But the blue line here is a definitive of, the blue represents healing and such. And it's like a before and an after. Like, there's a transitioning point. Now I've watched some astrology or tarot card readings, and I don't really know tarot at all. I'm just learning. It's new to me. Not that I didn't know it existed. I just didn't know what all the meanings were. And it's not like a tower moment, but I think what you are coming into is there was life before, and then there was this large healing, and then there's life after. Now, normally I would say that this was before and this is the after. However, this is spirit and symbols, and I'm getting the reverse. So there's either you're coming into now it's just a thin line here, but healing is a great event for us. It may not be an actual, like, oh, that's the day I healed, but it looks very thin here. And it still represents a very large, important piece because of the before and after. And what I mean by that is, I think that you came in to heal a lot of issues. And perhaps you have taken a look at many of those issues. And somewhere in here, soon, September, whatever the time is perfect for everyone, for every Gemini here, there's an after. And you're going to be able to it's like a definition moment, not like an Oprah aha moment, but a definitive point where life was very different in a positive way thereafter. I see additionally that you have basic balances in your life and things and events. We talk about career and relationship and or family, that kind of thing. And I see where heart and which was represented by the green here, and third eye or mind's eye are very balanced. I think that you perhaps have used your third eye through meditation, through prayer, through inspiration, through positive thinking, brought it into the third eye and have grounded it in the heart. And I see that it's very balanced. I like this energy very much so. What I see is there is some grounding energy coming in, grounding and powerful energy coming in, or your thoughts, which are being used or drawn in or visualized in the mind's eye. So it's new, it's larger than your thinking. So it's like an evolution point, another rise of thinking or seeing or being in life. I also see, I think this is an energy, a person or a relationship. It could be like a new job, that kind of thing, but it's some sort of great healing that adds to your balance and is of great healing to you. It might be part of this beautiful healing blue line. Now notice though, it's not into the current. It's not in the here and now. It is, but the fruition of it isn't quite here yet. So it's something that's growing and seems bigger than, almost bigger than your heart and what you see in your mind's eye. It's almost bigger than that. And it's a new kind of experience. You see here how your path is I don't want to say crooked because that's a negative connotation, but it's moving, and then here it almost completely straightens out. And I believe that this new relationship or this new situation, it could be a job or schooling, something like that, something big though that's healing, and it's going to it's part of the straightening out process of your lifeline. Wow, my smudge sure is going here. I smudged in between messages, different astrological signs, and it's just smoking away. So I guess this is representational of the healing and stuff that's coming in. Now this back here, now that feels like it's in the background, so this may be past. And what I kind of get is a lot of these issues. When I say issues, they're blocks. We come in to heal different things on purpose, as in we have a choice and we choose to heal different things or take on blocks, events, things that can block us, which I believe is in your past. This I feel like is childhood. I'd have to look up for sure. But this is grounding. Man, I don't know this offhand. I'll have to backtrack and add this onto the video. Where the first chakra develops. I believe that it's in infancy. Please don't quote me on that. I'll look it up in a second. It's in infancy. But anyway, I believe that many of your events happened in your childhood, in your early upbringing. I'm interested in why I'm bringing this up right now, because it's advanced information, but I'm guided to let you know. I learned a lot of spiritualness. I had a spiritual teacher from an intuitive, clairvoyant, and she learned through meditation and spirit that we block in 5 different ways. Womb, birth, 0 to 7 years, or our upbringing. You can have genetic inherited thought, or that which your grandparents and great grandparents thought or had issues with get passed down. And then there's karmic or past life. And most people come in with one block in one of those 5 ways we block. So let's just say there's like trauma in some birth experience. And that's like the issue. Like the mom wasn't sure, was afraid, whatever was going on in the dynamics, and maybe a person came in and blocked in that way. Now, as an adult or as we age, we many times don't in our mental mind remember the events because we were so young. I have seen through different healing ways, energy work, breath works, where people bring up past traumas that they really have no recollection of, and they are able to connect with it and either sense of the time, like get a sense of it, or remember some things. So interestingly enough, so I think that's something that has almost impaled, so it's not quite sharp, but impaled in your beingness. And you see here at the bottom how there is an end to it. So I believe that, we're somewhere in here. Some of us are here, some of us are here. It's all good. We're all together on our path in different experiences. Now, I photographed all of the 12 astrological signs in the readings in one big picture, which I think I'm going to put at the end of the videos, so you can see what everybody else's looks like too. But anyway, this almost looked like an owl to me. So I wanted to look at owl energy, both in 2 different books. So one is a Mary Summer Rain's Guide to Dream Symbols. I love this book. I prefer it over looking it up on the internet. It just has really good vibe. Let's see if I can learn the alphabet. So in the dream symbology, so my understanding is we are in dream state going through our lives, and in reality we are all cleared of all of our stuff. We are capable and connected to Creator at all times. We are love. We are prosperity, everything positive you can think of. And what happens is we block and we forget that connection. We forget our clarity and our abilities. So an owl characterizes heightened observational skills and developed awareness coupled with sharpened perceptive abilities. Wisdom resulting from high spiritual enlightenment. So just on this definition in the dream symbology book, that would make sense as to the shift here. So we're coming to an heightened awareness that's very spiritual in its likeliness. So that does make sense. So I'll turn it back to the owl side for a second because it reminded me of an owl. And interestingly enough, I really don't turn things upside down much. Okay, this is Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. I think both of them might be available online. I'm sure they're still in publication, but I don't know. This one is split. I think the birds are in one section, and then you've got your animals in another. If I can do my great alphabetizing again. That's right. Okay, an owl. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There's a whole lot to it. maybe some of the highlights. The keynote is the mystery of magic, omens, silent wisdom, and vision in the night. Circle of power, nocturnal, year-round. No bird has as much myth or mystery around it. The owl is a symbol of feminine, the moon, and the night. The moon is a 28, day lunar cycle. So maybe perhaps it's a good time to tap into the moon energy. So now that we know it's the owl, I'm going to turn it back the way I drew it. Maybe we could tap into the moon energy, pay attention to the cycles and stuff, perhaps do meditations on some of the highlighted cycles of the moon. To the ancient Greeks, the owl was associated with the goddess Athena, and it was a symbol of higher wisdom. So that confirms exactly what the dream said. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. I usually pick anything that is of a higher being. There's a whole bunch of information. It's just a little bit too long for this arena, but it does say here, meditation on this alone will reveal much about the magic of the owl within your life. So this might be a time where you are coming into not only letting go of past blocks and issues. Boy, that's a relief when that happens, right? But also you might be sensing spiritual loved ones, hearing them, smelling them even. You might be drawn to working in your third eye more and even grounding it. So that's interesting. Also, what I've learned is the heart chakra is the balance between the upper spiritual vibrations and the lower human vibrations. Red being the grounded, the first chakra. And it looks like here that you're going to ground some of the third eye, seeing the visions into the humanness of us. We're grounded on earth. We're a lower vibration. If you were to look at spiritual beings and stuff, they're of higher vibration. You may also be drawn, I brought this up in another video, rose essential oils. It's very expensive. It's like one of the highest vibrations. I think there's some vibrational track. I can't quite remember, but like canned vegetables are very low vibration, and rose apparently is very high vibration. But it takes a whole bunch of rose petals squished to get out any sort of oil from it. So when you do get rose essential oil, it's very expensive. And I found a compromise where this is rose water, the two mixed together, so a lot more cheaper. I think this is, I don't know, $9 or something. Anyway, but sometimes when I'm feeling kind of negative or heavy, I just spray some of this around either the room. You can clear a room. This thing is still going over here. So we must need to smudge on us little Geminis here. I'm a Gemini as well. But smudging is one way to do it. And when I smudge the house, my kids don't really love it. So sometimes I'll make a compromise and do rose water instead, and they tend to dig that a lot better. Anyway, 2 great books if you guys have interest. I hope that this helps clarify things. Maybe you've been feeling or sensing things, or if you are looking for things to come, I definitely recommend for your heart healing, meditation and things that are meditative-like to help you ground. So I want to thank you for stopping by and seeing my inaugural readings. First time that I've done the astrological signs. I hope to do them in the future. I will have eventually, once I learn how to do it, a button, a link for you to buy some stuff. I think it's from Stripe. So each one of these pictures is for sale. I only have one. I hope to sell some so that I can continue purchasing supplies. I get really nice, beautiful paper and the colored art pencils. So it is an expense. and I would love to have the ability to continue to grow and become better at these readings, and to continue to share and put some positive insight out onto the internet for you guys to grow and enjoy and hopefully evolve. Thank you.